Hello guys, and welcome to the channel. We are on Sagittarius. You guys, I've been trying to get back into some kind of schedule, some kind of routine. I've been switching jobs, doing a lot of stuff, so it's good to be back. I'm trying to get these readings out and done, but you guys got the lantern to start with. This is crazy because I did start you guys' reading last night, and it was too late. It was too late, and what happened? I don't remember. I got disturbed, but this was the same card that came out. And I will read it. It was about, being very, comfortable and with, the things around you, and kind of like letting ego go and knowing like what's good for like you and people around you. And you know, she's wearing a blindfold, but she's got her lanterns. She's being guided by her feminine energy. I will read it, but its consciousness is light, being very aware, being very mindful and aware of how you're using your energy. And this, I also got like a very like observant energy from this, but it says the crone has completed the circle of phases and perspectives pertaining to feminine consciousness. So been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of seeing things differently through the eyes of the feminine, that maiden, mother, guardian, and crone. The lanterns hanging from the featured crone's wrists illuminate her world with the clarity of having integrated her spirit self with herself. So an integration of your spirit self, your highest nature, your highest self, with your body, with your home, with your earthly existence, your earthly self. She has successfully released all of the illusionary filters that had created limiting effects on her mind and fed the unhelpful aspects of the ego. So releasing a lot of things that limited the expansion that can happen when you release things that just kind of make your lower self or your earthly self feel better, and looking at things from a higher perspective and understanding, coming to an understanding with yourself, with your highest nature, with God, with spirit, and knowing that if you feed these illusions or these ideas that, you know, for one, you know, this has been a message through all the readings that we're all human, we all have flaws, we're all walking this journey together, and the more honest and front we can be about that stuff with each other, the stronger the connections. There's been a lot in these readings about connecting to others, sharing your experiences and your faults, even your flaws, to connect with people and have that understanding with people. And to have that understanding with people, we have to release our kind of ego nature, like the I'm better than you or this or that. You know, it's kind of just it's harmony. You know, it's harmony, it's balance. The white light of love, and it all comes from love, unconditional love, just like Jesus' message is about. And that message is what is important. It's about love, understanding, forgiveness, seeing things from the heart, not from the head. The crone is now, the white light of love that the crone is, can now reach all that is within her periphery. So everything, you know, that feels that it's been cleansed and purified in the mind, and came the highest self integrating into the, I could say, a lower self or lower minded, you know, the very human mind. It can now shine to others. You can now share that with others. And this has been a thing. This is a message that's been through a lot of the readings, and I know I've been feeling this in my life too. It says, without judgment or expectation, without any preconceived ideas of how things are, should be, or how they could be. It's just taking things right in the moment and being considerate and calm and understanding in your day-to-day. Now, because there's been a perspective change. All matters of life are neutral. Many are not conducive to the meaning and significance that we or others impulsively attach to them. So we as humans put a lot of drama on things when it's really just It is just what it is. And if there's people still growing, still learning, still going through things, to understand that and to know and have trust and faith that there's a process happening that's it's not in our time necessarily, but that helps us to kind of detach ourselves from the drama of it and stay with the love part of it and the faith that growth is happening, healing is happening, and love is always there, and stay in that kind of energy. And it just helps to calm us and makes our egos less likely to fight or defend or create illusions or excuses about our own humanity. And that's the message that's been coming through. It says when we view predicaments, problems, without emotion or significance, it holds for us the significance it holds for us, how things make sense beyond our personalization. When we don't make it about us, when we don't make it about me, then things are illuminated. To separate ourselves from the drama, assumptions, and heightened emotions is to see rather than react according to the underlying dynamics at play. The ego's dynamics, the ego's plays. It's really just seeing things as they are and accepting things as they are, and understanding that being detached from this is about me. It's not, most likely it's not about you. It's about the process that person's going through, the process and the growth that person needs to go through. I love that. And it says this affords us access to the empowered capacity to choose whether to participate in what is being triggered or projected onto the situation. So really coming into things, and this is the shadow work deck that I've been using for these readings, and it's just saying, remember not to put yourself into drama and make it about you, but you may be seeing things a lot differently, to where you are distancing yourself from the personalization of people's behaviors or choices or their process that they're going through. And it can leave you at peace and knowing that you seeing more than what's clear to the naked eye. I always kind of feel like our eyes see what our egos want to see, and our hearts see it in a different way. So that is a really nice message to start out with, you guys. So let's go ahead and get some cards for you. Oh, that's too many. Four of Rings. Also, Scorpio had this. So you may have some Scorpio also in your chart. But just, you'll only know that. Check that out. And the Lovers, the choice, the harmony, alignment. This is about holding Ace of Wands. I love that. Oh, nice. Wow. Okay. So, let's see here. Wow. Wow, there's a lot of willpower and a lot of strength in these cards that are coming out here. And collaboration. Okay. And the Moon, that feminine energy. So this is really about how you handle your emotions, how we handle and integrate our kind of lower world emotions with our higher knowing, our higher intuitiveness, our understanding of nature and our place in it. So we have in the past here that Ten of Wands. You've been carrying a lot of burdens, challenges, and have come to the end of a very challenging spiritual time. Wands are very spiritual to me. So at the end of that spiritual work, there's been a lot of work done, carried a lot of burdens. I also see the Ten of Rings over here in this place, which is also had come up for Scorpio, and this a lot of times speaks to me about generational stuff, things that are really solid and are part of a bigger you're a part of a bigger foundation, a bigger family, a bigger earthly stability, that's been built over time, earthly structures that have been built over time. These could be family structures. This could be structures in a job or work, or structure in a family that, has been built over time. So this is where you're at, and it's feeling like you're feeling very like part of something bigger. You're feeling that connection to the bigger earthly nature, the earthly stuff. Okay, so it's feeling like this connection with this earthly stuff, this earth energy. Okay, we got the Lovers at the bottom, and this is all just about making those choices from a loving place, an open mind, and a place that's harmonious and is more in alignment with the higher nature, higher self, our that the Jesus consciousness, the love all kind of consciousness. This is also can be a card of the Lovers, like having a choice or an opportunity here to pursue a union. This doesn't necessarily have to be like a mate or a lover. The Lovers can be like a best friend, a mom, a sister, a daughter, a brother. I mean, it's just anything. It's just these harmonious, loving energies that come together and create calmness, and there's familiarity. So there's some familiarity here at the bottom, and then there's the Ace of the Wands in the top here, and this is feeling inspired and feeling super like a fresh start from that spiritual, like a lot of spiritual work that's been done has given you a new kind of perspective on spirit and on the way our will, our choice making, our decisions, even in the moment, even if it's how do we see this, or how do we experience this, or how do I look at this, or do I accept this or don't I? These choices and these affect us on a much deeper level. What we decide with our minds affects our spirit on a deeper level, and that's what all these burdens are. It's carrying all these responsibilities to sometimes clear up ancestral patterns, or add your piece to the legacy, to the earth, to the foundation of what you're standing on physically. So we got the 4 rings in the middle, and this is like taking your time. I feel like you've been really holding on to your energy, your resources, your time, trying to hold on to what you have, because it offers you not only stability, but it just seems like this is what makes me feel secure. This is what makes me feel like I got a solid foundation under me. So it's about conserving all of your resources, all of your energy, just conserving, saving. It's about saving your energy, saving your time, saving your money, because you are, and this is it's feeling like a choice of like spiritual self-love. Like, I love myself, and this is what feels good to me. This is what makes me feel like I'm in alignment, is kind of taking care of myself. And it's brought in this really logical, this is the Queen of Swords, and it's very logical, and it's like, she's not sharing her resources or her time or energy with just anybody, okay? The Queen of Swords is very independent, and she does have a sharp mind, and she's not letting anybody come in and rock her stability. So there is a feeling here of being very aware of surroundings and understanding that, okay, this may be happening, but I'm not gonna let it affect me. I'm doing me, and my mind's made up on that. There is this strong energy with the Queen of Swords. It's kind of almost, it can be feel cold and detached to others that want to maybe connect, but it's like, this Queen of Swords is not letting anything, she's not letting her mind especially trick her or give her any kind of illusion that she's not on her own, and that she doesn't have this without, like, I have this, like, I'm not getting tricked into thinking I don't have this just because somebody ain't there, or I don't have that, or I don't have that. She's like, I got what I got, and I'm gonna make it work. She's self-reliant. So this 10 of Rings, this is feeling like you're feeling some kind of earthly completion also, along with a spiritual completion. This earthly completion means you may have built up something here, all the earth stuff, and I consider time, all the earth, everything we're pretty much experiencing is Rings energy or Pentacles energy. And even spiritual stuff can become very Pentacle-y energy, because it's built from a spiritual place, but we manifest the physical through our spirit, through our will, through that spiritual energy, or at least we want to, if it's in a good way, we can produce good things with our spiritual energy. which isn't necessarily earthly, but it can become earthly. So this is really feeling like something here completed, something finishing up. You're feeling whole. You're feeling part of something bigger. You're also feeling like I'm happy. I've built something here, and there is something you've been working on with this harmony and this self-love. I'm feeling like this card is really speaking about your masculine and feminine energies coming together in a balanced, integrated way, and having a lot of willpower and ambition, which is that strength to just move forward with everything you have that makes you feel stable, and say, okay, I have a new perspective, I have a new way of seeing things, and I'm taking care of stuff, taking care of what I need to take care of. I'm doing my part in the bigger picture, and I'm feeling satisfied with that. There is a building that's been happening. The next one is, okay, so the environment around you seems to be very nice too, but it feels like there's a lot of independent people around you. It feels like there could be a lot of people doing their own thing around you. A lot of this Nine of Rings is like everybody's kind of doing their own thing, taking care of their own stuff. But it's also about feeling really happy and satisfied with what you have, and knowing I've worked hard for this. I've kept taking care of my business so I could be comfortable, and I'm tending to my own garden. That's the Nine of Rings. I'm taking care of mine and my own, and it's growing, like it's doing good. I'm doing good. The Chariot here, so there could be here with in your hopes kind of, or fears, but this is coming through as more of a hope. And it's that there's something that could be maybe still you're working on getting on board. This could be your mind still. This could be your heart. This could just be making things line up a little better. It looks like it could be to do with people around you. This is direction. You know, this is about going in at one direction with your mind, your heart, your body, all of it, doing the same thing, moving forward. But it requires a tremendous amount of strength, tenacity, willpower, ambition. It's like, I want this, like going towards a bigger goal and getting a victory. You're hoping to get a victory here in something, win something, feel that feeling of completion, feel that feeling of satisfaction. I feel like you are feeling satisfied though, but there is something more. There's something else here you may be looking forward at and hoping to head in a new direction, or continue in the direction you're going. And there's something here. It's not necessarily I'm not getting like exactly what that is, but this is feeling a sense of I belong. And that's kind of what I think you're going, maybe the place you're at where everybody's kind of doing their own thing, and there's a lot of abundance, and there's a lot of personal willpower for you and the people around you. You're hoping that connection is going to happen, or that collaboration with others, like you can work with others, you can and there's a trust in your part in that group, or that situation, or that job. There is a lot of rings energy, so there's a lot of work energy here, a lot of physical stuff. It could be a lot to do with work, or the family, or neighborhood, or place you're at right now. But this Three of Rings is, it's like getting together with people and feeling a part of, like, you're doing your part in the job or in the group, you're contributing, you're confident. This is where the energy's headed. There's confidence in putting your skills and your energy into a bigger plan, right? A bigger plan, or a bigger picture. It's also talking to people, saying, hey, what do you know, and saying, what's your ideas? And like giving them your ideas, and like swapping ideas and coming up with something that works for everybody. So there may be some collaboration, some negotiation, maybe even, or some working with others to make something work for everybody and something come together that's really beautiful here. That may be what you're working towards, or what you're hoping to accomplish in the end of, but you are sitting in a very practical, stable, strong energy right here in this reading. So if that is your reading, there's a very solid energy to this. But there's also this feeling of wanting to move towards some kind of some others, working with others, maybe in a different way, or something that you're not used to. We got the soul, passion. I love that. Oh, the soul, passion. Something very, very, there's a lot of, I'm feeling this fire here And the Lovers card with this one is like, oh man, I have a passion for this. There's something here you could be working on or a part of, the bigger thing you're a part of that you're very passionate about. This could be, like I said, a solid like family situation, or this could be like a job or like a foundation or like something you're a part of that you're very passionate about and you feel very strongly about. And you could even be working to work with the people in this area or this closer, you know. I'm going to read this passion real quick. The soul. What's your soul saying here? What is the spark? Yeah, something sparked, like lights you up. And that's this Ace of Wands. And the Lovers is at the bottom. So I feel like there's some kind of really tight, committed, harmonious energy you are saving your resources for. This could be you're working towards having a stable foundation so that you can have a connection that is built on new perspective, being self-reliant, honoring honoring yourself and others in a different way that maybe you weren't seeing before, that you are either starting to see now or have been like enlightened to see. Something's definitely changed here. The divine lives within you. Consider your motivations carefully. And that is kind of what this Lantern card is also talking about. Like, consider how you're seeing things. Excuse me. Consider how you're seeing things and consider why you're doing things, your intention behind them, because our intentions matter. And they bite us if we're doing them for our own self-serving, our own egoic, our ego. If we're just doing something for our ego and we're doing it for us, or we think it's all about us, it does come back and bite you. And this is a saying, consider your motivations carefully. Know where your resistance lies. Like, what are you fighting and why? What are you resisting and why? And if you're not resisting something, or you are going towards something, why? It's just asking yourself why and seeing if it's of the highest and true nature of yourself, and if it's coming from that place that's not the ego, if it's coming from that that higher consciousness, you know, if it's coming from that place. It says we all have more than one purpose in life, and having a passion makes us feel more alive. I love this. So this could be, you know, you're keeping in mind as you're being very practical and very, it feels like in the earth matters, there is something here deep that you are passionate about. And whether or not this is a part of like what you're a part of, or you're hoping to move towards that passion, and that's where you're hoping this is like, it feels like a step-by-step process, and it feels like I'm heading towards something here. And it feels like it could be there could be either some collaboration, some getting together needed to help you attain kind of this passionate, this could be like a project, this could be like a different job, this could be like moving into a place that's more free for your spirit to express itself too. But maybe it's about finding those people that you can express that passion to and feel connected and feel like, yeah, this is working and we can work together on this. Like, it feels like working together too with some kind of passion, or it could be something you're already a part of. This could be in a job or something like that. I'm getting this passion card is interesting because there's just this feeling here of having your eye on something bigger than what you're already doing and moving towards it, and hoping that you can get it. And it's like working with others, and also feeling confident. There's a feeling of needing or wanting to feel that confidence in what you're doing, because maybe it is something that's passionate or something that comes from your soul and you're passionate about it, so you really feel it deep, and you're just hoping that it's that wherever you're going and whatever you're headed towards kind of concretes, it stabilizes your dream or your passion or your desire. You could be hoping for something here to come together. Everything is connected. So yeah, like even our intentions, our choices, even our perspectives, are the way we bring ourselves into situations and the way we stay out of situations if need be, and not for like our own selfish reasons, but because that's the right higher thing to do. Sometimes, you know, we got to let people work their stuff out on their own. Sometimes we got to, we feel the inclination to say something or help or contribute. But it's all connected. Every choice, every thought, every intention, every step we take, every, especially energy. You know, this, my channel is about energy. I'm an energy person. Everything's energy. Everything is energy. And what that energy is feeding and what that, how that energy feels matters on the completion of the manifestation or on what happens. So that's, I'm going to read this. Everything is connected. I love this deck. It always has such nice writings with the cards. Oh, well, this looks really good, Sagittarius. If this is your reading, it looks stable. It looks good. It just looks like there's more you could be reaching for, going towards some kind of victory, some kind of reward at the end or something, some kind of collaboration or getting together with others and something coming together here. But right now you get yourself in a position where you're in alignment and you are seeing things differently and you're able to bring yourself to the situation in a different way. That's really nice. This could be even, you know, bringing yourself to some kind of artistic endeavor or even something more you're passionate about. This could be a job, a hobby, a family, a partner, whatever. Just bringing some passion back into it, but in a more loving, aligned way, but still standing very firm in your own, taking care of yourself, knowing that that's the harmony of that. The mother, the maiden, the crone. I love that. Let's see. Everything is connected. I am all the characters in this image. Interesting. I am the Trinity, human, spirit, and universal intelligence. I am my roots and the depth of culture present in my identity. I am stories and unfathomable mysteries. There are infinite movements in the world. I observe them, and I observe the connection between all things. I also observe that I am all things. How I feel in here is how it feels out there. Because one does not live alone, and what happens to me is happening to the world. The key word is respect. Respect is one of the most important values in establishing harmonious relationships with me and the world around me. I am in connection with myself, with you, and with life. That connection reminds me that every small change in me has the potential to create an effect all around me, like a drop of water generating ripples when it falls into the pond. With a loving disposition towards my own being and towards all creatures who live and grow, I nurture peace in my heart. This is how I also nurture peace in the heart of the world. I love this. My earthly heart is a sacred responsibility. Oh, this is so nice. I love that. I want to say it was Scorpio. Also, they got the Fibonacci, and that's also about this connection too. There's just this main thread going through these readings, but this is really saying, you know, every vibration, every feeling you have, it adds to the world heart. It adds to the world consciousness. And we got this first card opening up this message about this consciousness, this light consciousness. Consciousness is light. Knowing that I am adding to this with this intention and with this energy, it's going to make the whole bigger. And that has been another message through these readings too, you guys. We are the whole is greater than the sum of our parts, of the parts, right? And it is saying you are a part of something bigger here. We're part of everything, and everything's a part of us. And the more each of us does our own work, and you may be realizing that. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this reading, is I'm doing my own work, and I'm changing my perspective, and I've been carrying this burden of, you know, maybe letting things, it feels like I am aware that the energy I am bringing and the judgments I have and the perspective I see with is affecting myself, my connections, what I'm a part of, the bigger picture. And there's something here, it's very loudly calling you to recognize that when we do our own, when we recognize ourselves and we do our own work in our mind, in our heart, we are affecting the greater picture. We are affecting the world. These are almost, it's very interesting, but I'm getting like kind of the same vibe from these. Because it's just this feeling of being connected to the whole. By doing your work through your heart and It's interesting because even the arms on this one are kind of like up like that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you know, there's just this feeling of holding it all, you know, and knowing I am kind of transmitting my energy into whatever I am a part of, which is everything. So it's just feeling like really connected to something bigger here, a bigger picture, a bigger, but there's so much stability in the center of your guys' reading. And it's all about just staying strong in your heart and staying strong in using what you have, like your time, your energy, your money, your material things that make you feel safe and secure and comfortable, holding those and knowing I did this myself and I can tend to my own garden, but so can everybody else. There's that 9 of rings in your environment where everybody else is, and there's a lot of abundance and a lot of people moving forward and maybe bettering themselves, tending to their own gardens, and you're seeing this. And there's a feeling here of wanting to go towards and connect, make it connections, but connecting with, like I said, a very different energy here, a very intentional energy about what you're connecting to and how you're bringing yourself to the bigger connections. The bigger connection, I should say. It's not even multiple, it's like one. This is really nice. I am loving this reading. So let's get a affirmation for you guys. And that Queen of Swords, you know, strong energy, heading in some really strong energy, ain't putting up with not being a part of something or not choosing, you know, making your own choices, not getting bamboozled by your mind to be a part of things or do things that you don't agree with or anything like that. We got the Empress. I love this. This kind of goes with what I was talking about, like every vibration and thought and stuff that we contribute to is manifesting. Our spiritual is manifesting. This is also like 9 of Pentacles energy, which is in the environment also, but it's this Empress energy, and it's this nurturing, loving, motherly, and we started out with this strong feminine energy. This is about intuitively knowing our true natures, knowing that we're a part of everything, knowing that everything's a part of us, and knowing that what we put our energy into, the way we do that, the way we care for things in our life, grows things, right? It manifests things. I create what I choose naturally and with joy. And it's also not trying hard. It's just natural. It's very natural process here. Very feminine, natural process that's happening with the Sagittarius. This is resonating with. Oh, I love that. And we got the King of Swords on the bottom. This is a very practical, straightforward, masculine energy. And we have the Queen of Swords, the feminine energy, also in your guys' readings. And it says, I trust my ability to make strategic decisions. Sometimes you have to make strategic decisions, not only for your best interest, but even it's for everybody in the bigger picture. But you may have to, that's what this Queen of Swords is about, saying, you know, I got to do what's right for me. I got to do what's right for me. It's nothing against anything or anybody, but I'm doing what's right for me. And I'm holding on to these comforts and resources, and I'm conserving my energy because I'm being practical. It feels like growing up. It feels like being practical and taking care of business, like in a very practical, strong way. But the Empress also says, is kind of saying, but you don't have to try so hard because it's kind of happening. Like, this is natural for us to just learn to kind of, you know, we're raised and we're kind of getting taken care of, or, you know, we learn to do things for ourselves for a reason. And I think by the time we part with our earthly bodies, we are very, very well aware that we can take care of ourselves with our highest guidance and God and spirit. We got it. And the more we can do that for ourselves, the more that gives, not only does it give others time and energy to do that for themselves, it doesn't enable others to avoid or dismiss doing their own stuff because we're trying to take care of them. Now, this doesn't mean the Empress has enough to help everybody and take care of everybody, but all in all, she's not chasing after anybody. She's not going out of her way to make something happen. It's just happening. Stuff's just happening. Stuff's just growing because she's the Empress, because she loves, because she nurtures, because she accepts. That's what I love about the Empress, is such accepting energy. It does not matter what grows in her garden. She accepts it. She knows it's part of the bigger plan. She knows it's part of God's will, God's way. And I love that. It's like, and there's a lot of will here, and there's a lot of seeing things differently. And I feel like this is just a bigger perspective, more connected perspective that you may have gained recently, and it could be making you feel really passionate about where you're going to, and creating what you're creating also in a very feminine way, not a masculine way. This is, you know, there is a lot of material energy in this, but it's also being a part of something much bigger that's not material, but it's creating in that way of, it's not like, I think everybody that creates something like with their hands has an idea of what they want it to look like or what they want it to be before they start creating it. But this is almost like, feels like something's being created just from love, just from purely being present, really present, being very present. And this Queen of Swords is present. This Lantern energy is very present, and tapped into the things that even she cannot see. But then, therefore, then she sees. And this eye, it's like I'm seeing something differently here. There's something big shift in perspective that's happened here. This connection to the bigger, to the whole. I love that, you guys. Let's get one of these. And then we'll see what you guys need to surrender. Storm. Interesting. There's this fire. Okay. So, storm. I love storms. Okay, so it depends on what your feelings are about the storm. But I love storms. I think they're cleansing. I think they have every element in them to create. It feels like they're so, we got wind, we got fire, we got air, we got earth, and it's all combined, and it's just this huge undertaking of nature to nurture, to, like most storms provide some kind of nurturing, they come with rain, or they come with, there's also destruction in a storm also. So I really feel like this is saying, there's a feeling here of maybe feeling like there's a lot. It could feel stormy, it could feel busy, it could feel like there's a lot of elements involved. There's a lot of mind, body, like a whole mix of elements that are a part of this storm, but I don't feel like it's a bad thing, because there's this fire, and that's the comfort, that's the warmth, that's the Four of Rings. That's conserving your energy for the storm. So, it's like knowing that you have this fire burning, you have this soul, this passion, this connection that keeps you stable in the middle of much, that and not, it's really nice. It's really nice. It's just a very warm, comforting energy that I'm getting from your guys' reading. You're like this, this fire, this warmth in the middle of this storm. And that could be just everything, the environment, the world sometimes, but it's nice to be that calm, passionate, soul-filled person in the middle of drama, and not be a part of it, but be the one that's just burning and crackling and keeps going. And it's there at all times. It's just feeling like an inner fire. It's feeling like a spiritual fire that you are connected to, and you may be seeing differently, and you may be seeing how to connect to the world around you differently because of this new perspective, this new way of experiencing your life, and your connection to life. I am getting that. That's really nice. Well, let's get a surrender card. Sagittarius need to surrender. This feels really nice. It feels so self-nurturing. It feels very stable, it feels stable. Feels good. I love this. Okay. Surrender your fear of change on the bottom, but surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. You may have been going through a major time of healing here. I know when I was going through mine, the Queen of Swords, I was Queen of Swords for a while, because I was protecting what I have built up, my self-esteem, and any love that I gathered in the deep crevices of my darkness. After my darkness, I was holding on to it and protecting it with all my might, because I still wasn't done completely healing. And I don't know, there's always little parts that I think we're always working on, but it's definitely helps to have a lot of love and a lot of compassion, and know that we're not doing this on our own. We are connected to the bigger picture, and it is everything, every cloud, every ray of sunshine, every flower, every dandelion and bugs, the wind, the things around us that also are contributing to our healing. The sunrise, the sunset, every day we get to wake up, and we are supported in our physical, in our emotional, and our spiritual growth is healing, because Healing is just that. It is growing. It's growing through painful human experiences that are pretty natural in occurrence for us humans. I feel like the healing actually happens when we grow from it, from whatever it is we feel like the wound is. You know, when the wound has taught us that it's not even the wound, it's like the whole experience that caused the wound, taught us what it is. I feel like the more you can do with those situations or painful things in your life, and the more you can help others, and the more you can come through and see another day, another dawn, and you can talk about stuff, and you can be open about your heart and your soul and your spirit and your healing process. I feel like that is the healing process. I feel like as I've gotten older, it's all really about like sharing and my experiences and letting myself, being compassionate and loving with myself, knowing that I still have a lot to offer, a lot to give, and I can help others, and they help me. And just by understanding, just by having that open mind or that loving heart, we all have that. We all have that loving heart and that open mind and that will and that passion to connect with others and make something really great out of maybe our part of the puzzle and adding it to other people's parts. And then it's like, oh wow, this is way bigger than just me. You know, it is kind of getting out of just yourself. That is the healing process, is realizing it's not just you that's been wounded. It's not just you that's went through the fire, the storm. It's not just you. We all have, and we are all doing this, this learning and this growing together. And that is that a higher state of, higher perspective, higher consciousness, light consciousness. There's a healing, you know, surrender to complete healing. And that, I believe, means releasing a lot of the maybe even expectations of what it looks like or how it should be or how it should happen, or, you know, it just happens because we're supported and we're loved and we have compassion and others have compassion for us. It happens through grace. It happens through things we don't even deserve sometimes. You know, this is the process of our healing. I truly do believe that. So I love that. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. That is a really nice reading, you guys. I love it. I loved your the strong vibe too in the mix. Really says a lot about where you're standing right now. But there's still a lot of deep, emotional, tender energy here. And maybe you're just pushing through some really solid, trying to create a really solid foundation, a solid energy for yourself, so things around you don't affect you, like with that little fire in the storm, you know. I'm not going to let everything suck me into the drama. I'm taking care of me, and it's not just I'm taking care of me. The universe is helping to take care of me. I have a connection here, and I understand that it's not just one of this person or that person or this experience or that experience. It's not of the earthly, even though it feels very earthly. It's just a stronger connection that makes you feel stable and secure no matter what. And I love that, the Empress. Remember, I create what I choose naturally and with joy. So whatever you're doing that makes you happy, whatever lights your fire, and there was that little fire in the storm, that's the natural, like, that's what you're choosing naturally, and it's making you happy, it's making you comfortable. So kind of think about that as you're going through this energy, if this was your reading, Sagittarius. So I hope everybody, let me just pick up a tree card real quick. Actually, I'm gonna give these a shuffle. We're just gonna see here. One tree card, guys. There we go. We got true. So if you had a question or you were wondering about something, or maybe even something about this reading, if you're asking yourself a question, this could be about, I always see the two flowers, this could be you wanting to connect with and something's true here. Something, if you've been thinking about something and you're like, not sure, is it true, is it not true? This could be your own feelings about something. This could be where you're headed. This could be a goal or something you think is in your purposeful plan. There is something here you've come to this reading to ask a question, and it's true. There is a truth. That's what this card means to me. Be true to yourself, be true to your passions, be true to spirit, be true to love, and whatever it is true. There's some truth here. So that is your guys' reading. I hope it helps somebody. And as always, I appreciate you guys coming and watching the readings. I appreciate your likes, your subscribes, you guys, hanging in there with me through all my shifts and changes and all that too. I appreciate it. So as always, have a good day, and I will talk to you later.